a 3% click-through rate to the open mails, and it generated 0 leads from 36,000 pieces of mail. 0 leads. That's your market. They don't give two shits about you and what you want to do. They care about them. So they hired Dean. They paid Dean an obscene amount of money. And I'll bet the guy that got back Dean's answer was furious. Because Dean sat down, he thought about it for 3 days. And then he wrote this email. Open line from a Gmail address. That was very important. Write this down. This is a system, okay? I'm going to start telling you the system. These are the parts of it. Number 1, get yourself a Gmail account. If you can't afford one, I'll loan you the money. Number 2, and have it be your name or Dean S. It doesn't matter. Dean 1475. It doesn't matter. From Gmail. And they mailed the list in small segments from Gmail, and here was the headline. Question mark. There's the headline. The interior said, "Do you cater weddings?" Question mark. That's it. No link to click, no form to fill out, nothing. Do you cater weddings? Wedding catering to fine restaurants is a giant hunk of cheese. Do you get that? It's where they can make a month off a wedding. Now, what you got to figure out in the different industries that you approach, right? What is their cheese? Every business has cheese. I'll give you another example after this one, okay? So, do you guys cater weddings? Now, who got that mail? The owner? Maybe, but probably not. Probably somebody else. If they got the first mail, what do you think happened to it? They've already got instructions on what to do with those mails, right? How many of y'all tell your employees, that goes in the circular file? I do it all the time. They already know what to do. Instead, this email got a reply from 35% of the people they sent the mail to. Not open, not click through, a reply. Now they were engaged in a conversation. Took a little more time, and you're local, you can do this. Trust me, have somebody else do it. Took a little more time. It's all boilerplate. So they were right back. Yes, we do, and we do this, whatever. So it doesn't matter what they said, really. So the second reply, here's the difference. Now you're not marketing at somebody, right? You're in a conversation. You're in a dialogue. It's a totally different thing, okay? Is everybody getting this? Okay, I'm being slow and meticulous because I don't want anybody to miss anything. The second email that goes out, that one, by the way, I call that email pure cheese. Okay? The second email, I call the toaster. Okay? There's a second email, exposes just a teensy-weensy bit of whisker so that you're being ethical, but it really turns up the heat. Great. The other restaurants that I've been working with are at capacity. Could you guys handle 5 to 10 wedding catering jobs a month? Could you handle an additional 5 to 10 wedding catering jobs a month? What do you think they're going to say? Highest margin piece of business they do. Right? Hi. Hey, I noticed your website that you do social media stuff, but I got 400 locations. I don't know. Could you do that? Could you do 400 locations for me? Would you reply to that mail? How quick? I'm going to tell you about how quick. Somewhere between that. Well, there was no subject line. It's just a reply. It's just a reply. There's no more subject lines. You don't need them. So it's just a conversation. That's email number 2. Email number 3 is the brilliant part of the system. Email number 3 is what I call the pass. Okay? Email number 3, they're going to write back, yes, we absolutely could. You don't want it to be some overwhelming number like asking if you take 400 clients. But could you take on all 5 of my locations? Shoot, yeah. Right? So the third email is the genius email. The third email, I love this one. And this is Dean. This is not me. I wish it were me. God, I wish it was me. I want to steal this and write a book. Okay. The third email says, great, I've just got some questions. And you have 5 or 6 or 7 questions that you ask about the size of the facility, the discounts that they offer based on the amount of people in the party. Do you do hot, cold, whatever? What's the beverage service like? What's the hourly rate? Are there hourly rates for the servers, or is that included in the food price? Right? So that email goes back. Now, Mary Ellen, the receptionist at the front desk, I'm going to pay for that, says, I don't know what happened to your paycheck this week. It got lost in the mail. So that whoever the girl is or the guy is that's been handling this conversation so far, if you've not been dealing with the owner, at that point, that mail has to ask a question, at least one question in it, that you know that a subordinate can't effectively answer. Okay? And that's the sneaky Pete part of the system. They're going to go in and they're going to say, hey, boss, if they haven't already, I've been emailing with this guy that's asking if we can do 15 weddings. He's asking all these questions. 15 weddings? Give me that. I'm not going to let you do that. You haven't let you screw this up. Did the guy give you a phone number? Yeah, it's in the email. All right, get out here. I'll call him. Boom. You got your phone call. How do you like that? Have you ever heard of a better way to get somebody to call you? I can't imagine a way to get the phone to ring better. And guess what it cost? Nothing. It doesn't cost you one single solitary nickel. And it's better than just about anything you can possibly do. Okay. So, are we ready, crew? That page, you guys totally suck. All right. Trying to get my Letterman moment, man. Letterman would sue somebody in a shirt like this trying to take his act. All right. By the way, if y'all hadn't noticed, somewhere in the world tonight, there's a pimp with no shoes. All right. And I like it that way. All right, so now the handoff happens. So now the guy's going to call you, right? This is where I love to use voicemail. Normally, you don't want to get somebody's voicemail. I prefer that he get your voicemail when he calls you back. Right? Because what you don't want to do is give away the milk. Right? All the women know that. You never give away if you give away the milk, if you don't do that. Nobody buys a cow if you give away the milk for free. So you don't give away the milk. So when he calls you back, he still doesn't know who the heck you are. Sorry, lady. Did I get in trouble? Really? How you doing? All right. So anyway, just kidding. My wife would stab me in the heart. Okay, for just saying that. All right. So yeah, you don't want at that point to spill your guts, because you know what you're going to be saying if you do spill your guts. Meow. It's a great joke about that. Anyway, you don't want to do that. So all you want to do is say, hey, I'm really busy right now. I'm on the road. Can I just run by and see you real quick and talk about it? No, I don't want to talk to you about sending me 15 more weddings a month. I can run by there on Tuesday at 12. Is that cool? Yeah, that's cool. Now you have an appointment. Now, the biggest point of the appointment, so now you're there, right? The biggest point of the appointment, number one, and this is the hard part I hadn't told you about. If you're going to have to do a little bit of work, you got to deliver on that promise.